Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Sonic versus Sock. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock. Over here, Sonic spawning as the orange Night Elf player here at what I'll call the 10 o'clock position. Hopefully no third arm or ear next year, yeah. As we're looking at the entangled gold mine right there. Meanwhile, back down over here, Sock is opening up with a town hall here as well, opening up with barracks, altar of kings. Pretty standard opening in this human versus night elf matchup. Turtle Rock probably the complete opposite of Echo Isle in terms of gameplay and strategy. Echo Isle very limited in the creeps, and you're almost forced to fight each other and then there's not always a favorable situation to fight each other on Echo Isle. So then you get into these weird situations where both sides are just trying to mine gold without going into low upkeep, and then finally forcing an engagement at some time, point, or shape. Anyways, what are we going to be seeing in this Turtle Rock matchup? Well, Turtle Rock known for a very large amount of creeps. Todd said this is a completely trash map. Do you agree with him? I actually like Turtle Rock, would prefer something new though, of course. I wouldn't say it's a completely trash map. There's a lot of options. I mean, and everything is so tightly bunched together that you can that you're able to creep and do a lot. There's always something to do on Turtle Rock, which is one of the reasons why I like it. You can creep. It is difficult to find your opponent at times, and the introduction of these permanent sentry wards do put a lot of focus onto this goblin merchant shop and this ogre magi. If you can pull them out and put them into this area here, being able to keep track of one of the major thoroughfares, it does create good 2v2s as well, and being able to just have options for expansions, but not having those expansions easily tucked away. These 4 expansions in the center makes for some interesting plays in the center too. The fact that those turtles, though, can often chase units as you're running by, that does become a bit of an issue. All right, gonna go ahead and clear out locations here. Archmage, trying to protect all of these peasants here. Keeper of the Grove, creeping away from all of the action, or getting experience away from all of the action here, trying to focus down some of these peasants, perhaps gets an entangle off onto a peasant and will end up finishing it off, no problem there, as it is ending up denied. All right, gonna perhaps try and go for another one as well, adding in a little bit of bonus damage as well, even though it does have militia armor. Is it going to end up getting taken down? It will, giving Keeper of the Grove almost level 2. He only likes easily defendable and creepable expos. As a human player, yeah, the gargantuan sea turtles here, it is a little bit difficult to try and creep out just with militia. So there is no fast expansion option, and that is one of humans, one of the reasons why human is so good, their ability to set up expansions. It seems like that advantage has been now given to undead as well, as they were able to access, the sacrificial skull, being able to unsummon their altar of darkness, and also sell their scroll of town portal as well to get that little bit of bonus gold there, as undead is often known to be able to clear out early creep camps, since they do have a large number of early ghouls to harvest their lumber. Archmage, Claws of Attack, Mantle of Intelligence, Gauntlet of Ogre Strength. Where are all of the footmen and water elemental going to be traveling off to next? Archmage quickly sells the Gauntlet of Ogre Strength, picks up Dust of Appearance just in case the archers try to play a game of hide and go seek. Keeper of the Grove going to clear out this Ogre Warrior creep camp here, and we should be getting to level 3 heroes in the next 2 minutes or so. Sock clearing out the remainder of this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Keeper of the Grove may try and clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp here by pulling the units and the aggro away. Both sides are going to be, I believe, just shy until they clear out the Goblin Merchant Shop in the center, which does give some very useful items. All right. Yeah, I can understand why, as a human player, you don't like Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is difficult to expand on with just militia, and that's one of the major advantages that humans have. So if you're not able to leverage your advantage on a particular map, well, that totally makes sense and why you wouldn't like it. And and then again, you don't really want maps that favor or not favor a particular race too much, right? You don't want a map that is like, oh, well, Night Elf is more than has a 20 or 30% advantage on this map compared to human. That's what you don't want. You don't want very, very high map disparity either, as well. The map is just always just going to get thumbs down in certain matchups as well. Footman now going to try and clear out the Moonwells here. Meanwhile, you see Archer's going to be putting in pressure off over here as well. No Arcane Tower and a Panda amongst all of these units. Breath of Fire should be able to easily blow over many of those militia. There's the Breath of Fire taking down one of those peasants already, and now Sok could be in trouble. Militia trying to fight back here. Are we going to perhaps shoot down the Tree of Ages? Wisp are getting taken down, and that is a lot of damage indeed. Where are the militia going? Are the militia just staying back here as we are looking at an Alchemist joining in on the fight and now getting in some healing spray? All right, both sides picking up Tavern heroes. That Tree of Ages showing 32 supply workers, 7 workers going up against 10. Sonik losing quite a bit here. Footman with the Fend though, Breath of Fire, and well, healing spray going to try and counteract all of that right there. But that Footman should have just, I guess, kept up that defend and then stand in that healing spray instead. Tree of Ages down to 700 hit points. It is still constantly getting repaired as well as both sides are fighting their way through. Sok sitting at 29 supply compared to 28. Alchemist could be in a little bit of trouble, down to 165 hit points. Is it going to be able to back away? Scroll of Town Portal trying to be transferred over. Not going to work. He's going to end up getting taken down, giving level 2 to that Brewmaster. Only 3 Wisp in the gold mine right now. Footman trying to perhaps finish off some remaining archers here as the Archmage still sitting at level 2. Breath of Fire blows over another Footman again as the Archmage realizes that it overstayed its welcome. All right. A lot of damage on both sides. Moonwells are lost, 24 supply compared to 27, and retraining up some workers and now going into Arcane Sanctums, as well as the Alchemist is going to get resurrected rather quickly. Archmage really overstaying his welcome, summoning up a new water elemental here as well. What happened to the highlight saying how many Wisp were on that gold mine? I don't know, it just seemed to disappear. Alchemist back out onto the battlefield here. Going to go ahead and use some healing spray, able to heal up those units. Panda coming back in, has a Breath of Fire with a lot of Footman's names on it as the Trents are going to be trying to dive on in. All right, units going to be forced to try and pull back here. Panda could get one, maybe 2 Breaths of Fire here. That's going to be a very big deal as some peasants getting lost there as well. Footman now trying to retreat back again. Archmage, well, being forced to retreat still, as the Panda and the Keeper of the Grove is zoning the Archmage out of his own base. Meanwhile, the Trents still adding up a little bit of damage here as Priests are finally going to be joining in on the battle and offer a bit of protection. Sok realizing, you know what? I need to get up an Arcane Tower to at least prevent Breath of Fire attrition onto all of my units. All right, this is not your typical Turtle Rock game indeed. None of the 4 gargantuan sea turtles in the middle of the map have been cleared out. Normally, those have a high target, high priority, as they drop very powerful consumable items. In addition, we are almost 9 minutes into this game, and no one is sitting above 35 supply. Both sides taking quite a bit of damage on their units, sacrificing their units to try and deal damage to the actual infrastructure and not really getting anywhere with it. A little bit of break in the action as both sides rest in their respective corners, retrain up units to try and duke it out again. It may come down to the fact that Sok, if you try, who's ever able to successfully clear out these gargantuan sea turtles quickly and efficiently should be able to come out ahead. Gargantuan sea turtles, where are these sea turtles going? AI on the turtles seem to be a little bit strange, as this turtle, going after the Keeper of the Grove all the way across over here. All right, finally going to be backing there. One level 7 Gargantuan Sea Turtle is left. Archmage sitting at level 3. Keeper of the Grove. And also over here, Tome of Intelligence and Potion of Greater Mana picked up. Archmage now trying to back away. Footmen are in position here. Priest also coming in with a couple of heals, as some forces of nature are going to easily get taken down. Tome of Strength +2. That is 50 hit points. Not quite sure. Sock is going to say thank you for very much. Well, it's not a book on the Philosopher's Stone, but the Alchemist will take it. Back down here, Archmage may try and clear out this Ogre Lord creep camp as well. And it is going to come down to who is going to be able to effectively creep out difficult creep camps. Alchemist does have, well, Acid Bomb and Healing Spray here. Little bit of damage going back across, back and forth here as the Ogre Lord gonna, well, try and get surrounded, but does not end up being so. Healing Spray trying to keep that Alchemist alive right now, down to 600 hit points, staying alive for now as the Archmage does have a Scroll of Healing. And what is going on here? All right, gonna pick up the Tome of Agility and also the War Song Battle Drums, a very big item indeed, but the Huntresses and Archers, Force Troll Berserker getting into position and doing a major creep jack there with that Breath of Fire as well. All right, Healing Spray or Scroll of Healing should be used here. No, not going to be used, as we are still engaging here. Ogre Magi, is it going to drop the Rune of Healing? Yes, it is. Rune of Healing going to be given to the Night Elf army instead. That is a big pickup indeed, as the Alchemist, well, I'm sure would have preferred to have all of his units healed back up instead. All right, Trent's now joining in on the battle once more. Priest do have Adept training. Going to go ahead and disenchant right there. Alchemist going to be in trouble. Gets taken down once more as the Archmage may get to level 4, finishing off a couple of Trents as well. Archmage is at 4. Had Scroll of Healing. Did not use it to save the Alchemist, as the Footmen with the Fen are reflecting arrows back too. Huntress, well, Huntress getting in some damage onto that, that Rifleman as it tried to retreat back. Another Breath of Fire across multiple units. Archmage still having plenty of healing, and this is an interesting spot to be in. Quick Abolish Magic finishing off that Water Elemental, trying to create a little bit of separation as a Breath of Fire finishes off, or now putting pressure onto those Priests. It is a level 4 Alchemist going up against a level 4 Archmage, and the Keeper of the Grove is there as well, finally forcing Sock to use that Scroll of Town Portal. Sonik, as sitting at 59 supply, going up against Sock's 35. Both sides not running an expansion as of yet. Interesting. Human players normally want an expansion already, as things are not going well for Sock. He is down to 35 supply, being forced to resurrect his level 2 Alchemist, but getting some upgrades in the process.
A player's forces are under attack.
Water Elemental dropped here. Another Gargantuan Sea Turtle, well, in position. Alchemist should be joining in on the battle. He needs the experience more than that. Archmage getting odd levels, incredibly important. Getting that just a much more powerful upgraded ability. Is it going to be level 2 Healing Spray, or is it going to be level 2 Acid Bomb? Healing Spray, decent burst healing, but at this point in stage, with so many priests already, Acid Bomb may have been the better choice. Unless you're just purposely trying to well, mitigate the effects of that Breath of Fire. Brewmaster coming back over here has a Potion of Mana as well, and you know that Panda really wants to get Breaths of Fire off on the Rifleman and this back line of Priest that only has 330 hit points. Archmage making its way back over, drops a Water Elemental. We're going to see a quick Abolish Magic taking down that Water Elemental there. Sonic has been on top of that, and Sock really hasn't come up with an answer, as the Dryads pretty much shut down that Archmage so easily. All right, going after the Dryads now. Breath of Fire across all of those units. Healing Spray trying to mitigate the damage from the Breath of Fire there. Healing Spray cooldown is relatively quick, as you can see. The Panda still perhaps going to get another Breath of Fire here in just a moment. Nope, no Breath of Fire, just a Healing Spray, making it difficult. 43 supply compared to 59. There's a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, adding in a little bit more damage again. I believe, yeah, just a Breath of Fire damage over time. All right, continuing that battle here. Are we going to see some Riflemen? No, Militia called in over from the from the home base here as Sok is trying to add everything to finish off this battle. Dryad after Dryad starting to fall. Abolish Magic going to finish off another Water Elemental here as the Alchemist is still sitting at level 3. Army size 23 compared to 36. Are the Militia not really able to do very much now that they are back in Peasant form, as Healing Spray trying to keep this Rifleman alive, but not going to work out well. 31 supply, 20 supply army going up against 36, as it looks as though Sok going to lose another Sorceress in the process.
A player's forces are under attack.
As the peasants retreat back, Sonik feels like he is just pulling away further and further ahead. He's gonna sit at low upkeep for a little bit, perhaps get some items that he needs, perhaps even get some upgrades. He doesn't have the upgraded Moonwells yet. A little bit surprised by that. Oh, it's still at Tree of Ages as well, as the peasant does a little bit of scouting and is gonna spot that there is no expansion here. Perfect opportunity to try and set one up. Forest Troll Warlord gonna get taken down. Breath of Fire. No more mana on that Brewmaster either. We're gonna be getting in some a Belt of Giant Strength on that Panda. As that Brewmaster already up to 1,200 hit points at level 5. Staff of Preservation sends the Panda back home. And those Moonwells are going to be drained pretty quickly. Indeed, surprised that he didn't get the upgrade. Near max mana and 1,200 hit points. Meanwhile, down to the south here, Archmage is sitting at level 5, and that is some big damage items for the human army. True Shot Aura coupled with Warsong Battle Drums, that is plus 20% damage on those riflemen, and also for those priests. That is pretty impressive indeed. Meanwhile, double potions of mana, but is that going to really matter as the Dryad's now pushing across here? All right, 41 supply compared to 58. Dryad's going to be able to abolish magic, a water elemental so quickly as the Alchemist tries to hold the door here. All right, Mortar Team's in the back. One Mortar Team, is that going to be big enough difference? Mortar Team's going to start stacking up some of that damage. Breath of Fire coming back across here. Healing Spray, Scroll of Healing, trying to continually heal all of those units. Priest getting taken down once more. One Mortar Team trying to finish off all of those units as the Riflemen can turn back around as the Dryads are going to get poked down. 46 supply compared to 37 as the Mortar Teams trying to finish off these Dryads here. Dryads were on the move for a little bit of time, making it difficult for them to deal any real damage since they're not attacking. More Healing Spray. Alchemist still has 2 potions of greater mana. Should be using them momentarily. Panda also has a potion of greater mana. Dryads, are they going to finish off some of those units here as one Mortar Team gets taken down? Alchemist now sitting at level 5. Archmage could have a very bad day indeed. Are we going to see Healing Spray? Yes, we are. And he is currently, Cloak of Shadows hiding as well. All right, Breath of Fire finishing things off as on the other side. Panda being able to finish off more units as another Water Elemental is dropped, only to see Abolish Magic again and again. Brewmaster sitting at 5. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 6. Are we perhaps going to be seeing Tranquility as there are a lot of low hit point units in the back once more? Alchemist pretty much having healing for days because of those potions of mana, trying to stay alive still. All right, Healing Spray again and again, coupled with the Rifleman trying to focus down the Dryad and the Priest healing up as well as the Priest gets taken down. Are we going to see another Healing Spray be used once more? Mortar Teams finishing off the Dryads here. Rifleman trying to put in pressure as the Keeper of the Grove summons in a couple of Trents here. 29 supply compared to 42. Somehow Sok is holding on to this ever so barely as he's retreating back again. Still has a little bit of mana to go. Archmage sitting at level 5. Alchemist sitting at level 5. Gonna go ahead and try and retreat back. Flying Machines getting added. Interesting. Flying Machines. I'm not quite sure why we are transitioning into Flying Machines here. Healing Spray. Panda trying to stay alive here as he's perhaps going in a little bit too far as well. Mortar Team finally getting taken down. There's a Cloak of Shadows on the Alchemist as the units are now retreating back again. Keeper of the Grove, I don't know if he's been trying to use Entangle onto that Alchemist to shut down that Healing Spray. Would have been rather effective as we're looking at Sonik with starting saturation over here on this Entangled Gold Mine. Long drawn out battle here. Flying Machine more as a scout to see what is going on around the map. Gonna spot that there is an expansion here at the 11 o'clock location. That's exactly what he doesn't want to see, but I'm sure he already had his suspicions. Coming back around, looking at the main bases, only 3 minutes of mining left, and with that, Sock's opportunity to try and close out this game is falling rather rapidly. Mortar teams gonna go ahead and get trained up here. Sock is gonna be in
A
trouble.
player's forces
Only a
are
little
under
bit more
attack.
mining going on as the alchemist does have a potion of greater mana indeed. All right, water elemental gonna be able to finish off. Nope, staff of preservation, preserving that dryad once again. An archer, however, not getting the memo that it shouldn't walk straight into enemy lines. Level 3 Brilliant Aura. All right, so it was opted for level 3 Brilliant Aura over level 3 Water Elementals, which explains why the Dryads have been able to abolish magic so efficiently still. Normally, level 3 Water Elementals are very difficult to abolish magic just because it takes more abolished magics to finish them off. That is not the case at level 2. You're able to abolish magic and just absolutely shut it down as that panda is getting and inching closer to level 6.
A
Panda with
player's
Breath of
forces are
Fire
under
across all
attack.
of these units could add up some damage quickly. Only one mortar team here. Panda purposely, well, trapping this and doing a great job doing so as the rifleman going to perhaps go after all of those dryads here. All right, mortar team quickly taken down. Rifleman, however, able to do a quick shoot, a run by shooting, finishing off any of those units as we see Earth Storm and fire from the pandas. Panda now going to perhaps try to rack up that damage. Indeed, Archmage not going to end up using, not trying to summon up any water elementals. Quickly throws in the GG right there. As we see multiple level 6 heroes, but Sonic really outplaying in that matchup, being able to just pick and choose the fights better. Sock did eventually start training up the mortar teams, and he had a really long, drawn out battle over there by the gargantuan sea turtles. But but was still unable to hold that all off. Questionable choice going for level 3 Brilliance Aura, especially if you know that your Alchemist has 2 potions of greater mana. I wasn't sure, or a potion of greater mana, and then eventually got another one. Yes, mana is important in that battle, and the Alchemist burns through a lot of it, but your water elementals were just completely useless because there was enough dryads there to always abolish it. Having the dryads need to cast 1 or 2 additional abolished magics really deplete their mana, and then eventually your water elementals have a little bit more staying power, especially if you're using the mortar teams and the riflemen to focus them down. If Sock had gone for had waited or was able to get 2 mortar teams or an additional mortar team in any of those late game fights before the tipping point was reached, I think Sonic would have had a much more difficult time. Also, I gotta say hats off to Sonic using the Ultra Vision at his expansion at night. The Panda and the Night Elf units were able to spot the human army walking into the base, and he knew that he could see a little bit further than his opponent. So he purposely waited until all of the units had, or half of the units had gone in, and then he divided and conquered that army right there, got easy access to the mortar team, and that engagement was absolutely, absolutely perfect for him to seal the deal. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.